Hey fam, it is your girl, the one and the only Spicy, and I'm back today with another pick a card reading. But first and foremost, I hope that you all are doing well and that you all are enjoying your weekend. I'm doing well, I'm feeling blessed, and I'm most definitely grateful and excited to be here doing another reading for you all. So if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, I would like to give you all a special welcome back, okay? Shout out to all of my lovely returning subscribers. So if you have not subscribed, go ahead and click that button and join the fam today. And also make sure y'all check out the links in the description box as well. So yes, as you have seen, the question that we are going to be asking Spirit today is, why were they removed from your life? Why were they, the person on your mind, removed from your life? So couple things have to be true, okay? You have to be asking about someone that is no longer in your life. You don't have a relationship with this person anymore. There's no longer a connection there. And yeah, you just want to gain a better understanding of like why this person was removed, you know, why your higher power, why the divine, or even the universe, you know, removed this person from your life. So you know, I always think that rejection is protection. So, you know, I try to think about it like that. So let's get into it. If you are new to pick a card readings and you don't really know how this reading goes, you can pause the video right now if you need to and take a look at the 3 different pile options that you have in front of you. So for pile 1, we have the Cosmic Tarot with the Amethyst Crystal. For pile 2, we have the Navigator's Tarot with the Green Fluorite Crystal. And then for pile 3, we have the Arcanum Tarot with the Citrine Crystal. So pause the video right now if you need to and take a look at the 3 different pile options. And then you're going to go to the description box, scroll down to the timestamps and click the timestamp that correlates with the pile or the piles that you have chosen, and I will see you at your reading. All right, my pile 1 people, if you chose the Cosmic Tarot with the Amethyst Crystal, then I'm going to go ahead and get started with your reading for today. But of course, I would like to say welcome again to the new viewers. And I would like to extend my love, appreciation, and gratitude to all of my lovely returning subscribers. Just continuing to thank you all for just engaging with me and engaging with my content. And I'm just going to keep showing up, okay? I'm gonna keep posting these readings that you all enjoy and creating more content in the community tab, so make sure that you all stay tuned. So yeah, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and click that button and join the fam today. I've noticed that there are a lot of people that tune into my readings but have yet to subscribe. So I would just let you all know that subscribing is free, but it also helps this channel get pushed out into the algorithm. So I would definitely say, if you would like to support this channel and you're not able to send a donation, send a tarot or an oracle deck, or you know, sign up for my channel memberships or my tarot 101 course, or support my press on nails, then I would definitely say like the best thing that you can do is just subscribe. So yes, also check out the links in the description box as well, so you can get a feel of what I'm doing around the web and just kind of staying up to date. So let's go ahead and get started. Pile 1, the question that we're asking Spirit today is, why were they removed from your life? In addition to the Cosmic Tarot, I also have 4 other oracle decks. So I'm gonna try my best to not, you know, yap so much, but I have 4 other oracle decks that I'm gonna be using for some more information. So let's go ahead and get started, you know, with the person on your mind. Why were they removed from your life? All right, so we have the Knight of Swords. We also have the Two of Cups. And we also have the Moon. So just like by pulling these energies, the first thing that comes to mind is that this person being removed from your life, I think it was more so of their own doing. And it was because this individual seemed to be a bit just impulsive. It seems like this person is used to kind of just doing things quickly, trying to work off of their instincts, but they always end up crashing out. That's what spirit says. Like, they always end up crashing out. Like, they make these decisions thinking it's like the best thing for them to do. They might be a little hasty at times, like not really a patient type of individual. So yeah, it's like this is a type of person where it's like they don't really think about their actions. So when they do something and they make a decision that was just ill-mannered, and I'm also hearing like making a decision out of spite. So it seems like this person was trying to spite you, and they ended up like crashing out because they essentially did something that they were not, I feel like we're not supposed to maintain and uphold the connection between the two of you. It's like this person put themselves first. They put themselves first. And I feel as though one of the main things that they did was to leave and go pursue a connection elsewhere. It seems like you and this person had really good initial chemistry. There was love here. You got along pretty well. There could have been some camaraderie here. Like, you had a positive rapport with this individual, but it seems like things kind of just went downhill, and it was something that you were confused about. You didn't really understand what was going on. I also feel like it was a lot of smoke and mirrors as well. So this individual leading you to believe something that just was not true, trying to force you into a certain situation, or maybe forcing you into some type of connection, and you weren't clear about the details surrounding like this person's connection to you. So it just seemed like it was a lot of confusing things here. It seems like this is this person's general, like, I want to say like their nature. That's what I heard, like their general nature. Or it seems like this is just within their habitual patterns and behaviors, is to act like this, like to do things prematurely, and then you just kind of got to deal with the fallout after this person has made like a decision that really isn't the best. So I feel like this person was removed from your life because it's like they, even in your connection, I feel like what I heard was whirlwind. I feel like you had a whirlwind connection with this person where it seemed like things were kind of moving very quickly. And it seems as though this person just kind of gave up steam, like it kind of fizzled or it burnt out very quickly as well. And it's just confusing. It's a very unclear type of situation to be in, or connection to be in with someone, where it's like things move rapidly, it's very fast, and then it's like then it just halts to a stop. But yeah, I just feel like this person that is on your mind, you were in of course a relationship with them, a connection with them, you got along well with them, but then they clearly left the situation. They removed themselves out of the situation and went to pursue something elsewhere. So that was a mistake within itself, as far as this person going to pursue something else. I just feel like this is one of those types of people where it's like they don't really have, it's like they can't even have positive intentions. I don't think they have intentions. I feel like they just kind of do things when they feel passionate or guided to do things, but it kind of doesn't really make sense. Like, there is no method to the madness. So I think it's just this person's habitual behavior of just always making like effed up decisions, like, and then it always ends up being like a mistake, you know, because they made a decision that they weren't supposed to. Yeah, we have the Lovers. So I can definitely understand why it seemed like there was such a strong pull towards this person. I feel like, just taking it back, like as far as them pursuing you, even if this was a friendship, it's just like them wanting to be around you, wanting to get to know you. Like, these things moved very fast. It moved very quick. Like, but I just feel as though this individual, they don't make the healthiest of choices that would inspire further connection or even evolving within a relationship. Like, they don't make the right decisions that would inspire healthiness. Is more so like making decisions that don't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Like, they're just making decisions. It's like a fly by night type of person, you know, that type of individual. And they don't really have positive intentions to even be able to grow and build and create healthiness, you know, or to continue to foster healthiness. So it always ends up being something unhealthy or something just very confusing. Like, it's so many smoke and mirrors. I feel like this person tends to act like that. Like, they might portray themselves as being one way when they're really not, just for the optics, okay? Just for the optics, just to make you feel like, oh, this is the type of individual that they are. But it's really all a ruse. That's what I heard. It's a game. It's a ruse. It's not real. It's just smoke and mirrors. You know, it's smoke and mirrors. But that's what they want you to believe. They want you to believe a certain thing about them, but that's not really, you know, who they are. So, yeah. Like, even here with the high priestess, I feel like this person in a sense was playing you. You know, they was playing you. Like, they know what it really was. I think that you even at a certain point in time became very aware of just how this person was. I feel like you thought the relationship was one way. You thought, okay, there's chemistry here, there's love here, there's even compatibility here. Like, okay, we get along very well. That's what you believe. But I think that there was a lot going on in secret behind the surface with this individual that you just were not privy to. So I want to see what else was going on beneath the surface, because it's just making me feel as though this individual went to pursue a different connection with someone else. Even if this was a friend to you, it's like they left your connection to go pursue a connection with someone else, to go have that honeymoon phase with someone else. So it's just making me feel like, you know, someone who thinks that the grass is greener, they made the choice to go over there, but that was inherently a mistake as well. That was inherently a mistake. So on the bottom of the deck here, we have the Three of Cups. Yeah, we have the Three of Cups. So, you know, oftentimes the Three of Cups will definitely talk a lot about, like, in situations with relationships and connections, it really will talk about there being a third party. So it seems as though this individual was gallivanting around town with, you know, someone else. There was another energy within this connection that was interfering with it. And I can see that there is definitely love here. This person made it seem as though they were pursuing you and this is what they wanted. But I just feel it's like it was just like I keep saying, it's all a ruse. Like, it's really all a ruse. And even here with the Seven of Wands, I feel like this is someone who's very defensive. They know that they F up and they tend to make the wrong decisions, and they know that they don't think before they do things. Like, you know, they know that that's how they are, but I feel like this person is trying to defend themselves. Like, what I just heard someone say was, oh, well, you know how I am. And it's like, so it just leads me to believe that this is an individual who can be a saboteur. And it seems as though they were sabotaging the connection with a third party, with an like, you know, someone else interfering within this connection. And I also feel like this person got around more than you think they did. Okay, it just makes me feel like this person had like a secret life. Like, they had a, what do I want to say? It's like a secret lifestyle, a secret life, you know, even interacting with certain people in secret that you wouldn't expect them to interact with. That's just what I'm picking up here. And it's like, I feel like this individual probably led you to believe like, oh, they were quiet or they kept to themselves. But this is the type of person where it's like, you can't really put anything past people. I think that was a lesson that you learned through this person, understanding like, I can't really put nothing past you because look at everything that you, like, that came out that you were doing. So I think this is definitely something that you started to pick up on psychically, as far as like, okay, what this individual was up to. I'm just picking it up like, you know, just within a lot of social interactions and concerning themselves with, you know, just different types of people that you just were not aware of that this person was spending time with. That's just what I'm picking up. So Yeah, this person was removed from your life by their own doing. They were doing things in secret that you were not aware of. They were, having relationships with other people in secret. They were not necessarily being honest with you. They weren't being authentic with you. They were not being integritous with you. They were not properly giving to this connection, and they just chose to do other things. They chose to do other things, and it seemed like it ended up coming out. Okay, even there with the high priestess, it seemed like the information ended up coming out because this person wanted to draw these, illusions and make you think that they were one way when that's not who they were. So, they had to get clipped. Okay, they had to get clipped and removed out of your life because they were moving shady. Even though there was a connection and there was love between the both of you, it's like this person was actually moving pretty shady behind the scenes. So even here with the Four of Swords, yeah, of course, it's just confirming and letting me know that it's like there's no contact between the both of you, but also that, you're in a period of time right now where you are trying to heal, because it seems like your connection with this person was very tumultuous. So it's like you're literally just trying to get yourself back together. And it seemed like this person betrayed you, and it seemed like they hurt you, and it definitely left you in some type of depressed state. So it's like you're trying to get yourself back together, whereas it's like this person is still trying to defend their ways. Okay, I feel like a lot of people have things to say about this person and just how they make decisions and, their thoughts. Like a lot of people have things to say, like, like, why do you think that way? I think this person has a different type of mindset. So it's like people would question that. This could even be something that you question with this person. But it's like, I think that it just really took this individual, being removed from your life in this way, even though it was their own doing, which basically taught you, like, you know what, I'm not going to question this person's mindset or mentality anymore. I'm just not. Like, if this is how you want to be, then go about your business, because I'm not going back and forth with you anymore. I'm not going back and forth. So yeah, that's just what I'm picking up here. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the dark mirror and see, why else this person was removed from your life. Like, why else? Like, or what are some other reasons, right? I say, why else? What are some other reasons? Like, I'm tripping. So we have masquerade. Yeah, pretty much. That's why I'm picking up here. Is like this person led you to believe that they were one way, and that's not even necessarily how they really actually truly are. They were masquerading as something else. It's like this person definitely can be very arrogant. They can be very arrogant. I believe that, their ability to do things in secret without you knowing is definitely something that builds up that level of arrogance and ego within them, where they think like, oh, I got it in the bag. Like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. Like, thinking that you would believe their mask for too long. But I feel like you saw through the connection. I feel like it was a bit difficult because you know how it is when the honeymoon phase, where it's just like, it's so much love here. It just doesn't matter like what the connection is, like whether you're reconnecting with someone or starting up a new connection. There's a phase there where it's just like, okay, like you're happy getting to know this person. I can understand how, that was important to you and you participated and you engaged in that process. But it's just like this person was being fake for real. It's not how they really actually truly are. And yeah, it's sad because it definitely seems like they just ended up moving on and dealing with someone else. I feel like they felt as though there was some difficulties within the connection between the both of you. I feel like it was because you actually started questioning this person and questioning how they moved and how they did things. And I think the questioning is something that they didn't actually want to deal with. This is someone who likes to be in that honeymoon phase in chemistry. Like this is that person that likes to do that. That's what they like to do. And they feel as though that is enough to sustain a connection. Oh, we should always be in that phase, but that's not life. I feel like you have to think about the long term. And it's like this person might have led you to believe that they were thinking about long term and always being in your life, but that's not necessarily the case. It wasn't going to be long term. I think that this person just felt, you know, pulled, drawn, even attracted to just another individual, and that's just where they went. Okay. There was also a heavy, like, depending on what type of relationship it is you have with this person, but if you know it was intimate, it's like there was a heavy, you know, sexual attraction elsewhere. You know, I think this person has like one of those undercover like social lives, and it's just like you just don't know. I'm trying to say, like, the type of people that they really talk to, or the type of people they go out with, or however they enjoy themselves. Like, you know, you don't really know. And yeah, let's keep moving on. So basically, this masquerade card right here is just confirming that, you know, this individual was fake. Okay, they were fake. And then we also have forgetting oneself as well. So I just feel like this person you're asking about could be like very hedonistic, and they're just kind of driven by like what their, you know, worldly passions are, you know. So this individual, I'm not mad that they were removed out of your life. I feel like it's just a lot of energy here as far as like this person not having a good sense of like their self and identity. So they, like I said, this kind of goes hand in hand with the intentions. It's like, if you don't know yourself, you don't understand yourself, how are you supposed to come to a good understanding of like what's next for your life? Or how are you supposed to understand why you're doing certain things if you don't know yourself? So it's just too many questions here. I feel like this person is not yet done like growing up and like coming into who they are as a person. Like, they're not yet done doing that. It just seems like it's a lot of ego and pride. This could even have to do with like their friends, like the people they surround themselves with. Is like they're not really good role models or even accountability partners for this person, because it's like whenever this person is questioned, like, why are you doing the things that you're doing? It's like they don't want to, you know, be vulnerable enough, have a sense of self-awareness, so where they can actually check themselves and understand that, like, okay, I'm not doing something right here. It's like this person is around like yes men, or the people that are around, they just don't try to challenge them on their decisions and what they're doing or how they're moving in life. So that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. I feel like, you know, people should have some type of accountability partners or something. But yeah, pretty much this person fake. It seemed like the people that they're around, they could be around fake individuals as well, or just people that don't care enough. Pretty much that's what it seemed like, people that don't care enough to address them. So let's see why else this person was removed from your life. We have storm warning. I'm not mad. Like, I'm not mad that this person is removed from your life, like, because just look at storm warning. It lets me know that if this person would have stayed in your life, it's like you would have experienced even more further like devastation. So it was best that this person was removed out of your life. So what I heard was averting disaster. So it's like you kind of saved yourself even more heartache. You saved yourself even more betrayal, even though you have experienced some here. It's like you saved yourself. I just feel like this is the type of person where it's like, even if they don't show you that they have a my way or the highway type of attitude, they're going to be very covert in their actions. Okay, so I'm just picking up like a covert type of thing that's going on here, especially when I see the high priestess and when I see the moon. Like, oftentimes these are things that are happening beneath the surface. So it's like all the things that this person was doing underneath the surface in these other relationships that they were, you know, carrying on, or, you know, these friends that they were gallivanting around town with. It's like all of these things, like, I feel like if you were made aware of like everything that was going on, it would be like truly devastating. So you kind of averted the disaster by this person being removed from your life. So that's why I keep saying, like, I'm not really mad. And then also with all tied up, yeah, like you would have been stuck in this connection and very limited, very, very limited. I feel like you would have been a bit stagnant. And I also feel like you would have just developed some limiting beliefs about yourself. So it seemed like there was only a cap that you could really take it to when it comes to this person. Like it was going to be some type of limit to their love because they kind of just do what they want. And I don't really pick up that this person was really invested in the long term. I don't really pick that up. I feel like a lot of the decisions that this person makes are for like an instant gratification. But then after the feelings are done, after the quote unquote love is gone, it's like they're going to move on to the next person. That's just what they're going to do. So when I split the deck here, I also see walking away. Like, so, I mean, it's best that, you know, it's best that this person was removed in this way. Like, but even here is just letting you know the confirmation from what I said earlier was like, this was of this own person's doing. Like they were actually walking away. Like they were doing a lot of things beneath the surface that was not helping the connection be healthy. They were doing a lot of things beneath the surface that was only sabotaging the connection. So it seemed like it was like a ripple effect. You know, it was a ripple effect. I feel like this person needs to understand that even though you could be doing things in secret, it's like everything that you're doing is going to affect the energy of the connection, even if the other person doesn't know, the other person being you. So even though you didn't know everything that they were doing was still negatively affecting. The other word I heard was souring. It was souring the connection. Y'all know how like milk start to get sour and it's just nasty. Ugh. You know, it's like that's what they were doing. They were souring the connection. So let's see what you can surrender to. Okay, what can you surrender to? As far as, you know, just with this connection, like, you know, ending, it's like what can you actually personally surrender to right now in your present so that you can continue to keep moving forward. We have surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. So I actually love this passion card. I love to see it. And this is nice. You know, as the card says, it's like, you know, just focus on what you're passionate about. Focus on people and activities. You know, don't focus on this person. And also here with walking away, you know, this is something that you can resolve and walk away from as well. And, you know, unlike the woman on this card, it's like, don't look back because now you know how this person is. And I feel like you don't like how they think. You don't like their you don't like their thoughts. You know, you don't, especially when it comes to connection, when it comes to relationships. And why even sit there and question and go back and forth? It's like this person thinks they're making progress in life. Okay, they think they got it all. They think they understand everything, and they're still making, you know, messed up decisions. It's like this person's acting like a teenager. Y'all know how teenagers are, where they just think like they know the world, and, you know, just because they got their little conquest, you know, they feel like, oh, they know exactly what to do. But it's like this person misjudges things, they miscalculate things, and now look at where y'all connection is. So if they think they're right, living the type of life that they're living, don't argue. I'm not arguing, okay? I wouldn't argue. All right, so as far as like with this person leaving your life, like what else can you focus on, or what was the point of it? Okay, what was the point? I'm using the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. I don't use this deck as much, but just holding this deck right now, I just feel just a lot of good energy from this deck. Like even when you look at the imagery. So I need to start using this deck a lot more, because it's like this deck is doing something to me right now. It's doing something to me right now. Like, all right, let's see what we have. All right, so basically you all have the hidden worlds, changing consciousness, awareness, and extrasensory perception. So that's what you all got. I feel like essentially through this person like leaving your life, you just became even more, I want to say like decisive, but I feel as though you really experience like a crash course with cognitive dissonance, and like the idea of, okay, two things can be true, but regardless of two things being true, you had to pick a stance. So it seems like you've dealt with some confusion or cognitive dissonance with this individual, personally not liking some of the decisions and things that they do in life, but still being connected to them and still feeling the love. I feel like this person taught you to like have to look at everything as a whole, as opposed to trying to divide things up. And you're even in your own mind, I feel like that was potentially an issue that you've experienced with this person, where it's like you always had opposing thoughts or opposing feelings with them. So it seems as though like, them leaving your life really taught you to like look at the totality of everything, as opposed to trying to see the different parts, even the different moving parts. What I keep hearing is some. So it's like literally putting all of the information together and making the best decision that you can make for yourself, like regardless of the connection, regardless of the chemistry, regardless of what it seemed like as far as compatibility, like what that was looking like between the both of you. It seemed like your energy, or just where you are now, is just even bringing it back to like this high priestess. This situation definitely taught you to be a lot much more sensitive just to connections and relationships, for you to actually pay attention and for you to observe. Like, so it seemed as though there could have been some red flags and things that were going on just within this person, within this connection, that you overlooked. Okay, that you overlooked. So I feel like dealing with this person, and just with the fact that like they was doing a lot of stuff in secret, it made you a bit much more smarter, and you were able to pick up on more subtle cues or hints that they were too cowardly to just tell you about, okay? Or they were too cowardly to show, because they wanted you to think of them in a particular light that just was not true. So I just feel as though like it caused you to have to step more so into your higher faculties, as opposed to just thinking about your five senses, because I'm just feeling like this is one of those like worldly people, like very hedonistic type of people, where it's like they like to, indulge in their five senses. Okay, that's what they like to do. Okay, they like to indulge with the ways of the world. But this situation taught you to have to look past that, so that you could really see what was going on with this individual. So, you got smarter. You're able to address things better. I think you're more tapped in, even with your intuition, and being okay with diving into information that is beneath the surface, being okay with doing that, so you can make the best decision. But I'm not mad that this person left, because if they didn't leave, it would have been even more devastating, and you would have, severely taken a hit when it comes down to your own ability to make decisions. Okay, you would have been keeping yourself stuck and stagnant dealing with this individual, and they're not even authentic, genuine, and real. So what are we doing? So it is what it is. I definitely hope that you all resonated with this reading, and I hope it made sense. Definitely make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. All right, my pile two people, if you chose the Navigator's Tarot with the green fluorite crystal, I'm going to go ahead and get started with your reading for today. But of course, I would like to say welcome again to all of the new viewers, and to all of my lovely returning subscribers. I want to continue to just express my gratitude and just thank you for everything that you all do. I look forward to, continuing this channel, posting more readings, creating more content that you all enjoy. So I just want to thank y'all, and just let y'all know that if it was not for you all tuning in, I don't know where my channel would be. So of course, I don't take your energy or your time lightly. Okay, so I just want to continue to thank y'all, and I'm gonna keep doing my best, y'all. I'm gonna keep doing my best. So if you have not subscribed, just go ahead and click that button and join the fam today. I've noticed that there are a ton of people that will tune into my readings but do not essentially subscribe. And I just want to let you know that, subscribing is literally the best way that you can support this channel. It's free. If you're not able to, of course, join my channel memberships or donate, a deck or even donate a monetary contribution, if you're not able to book a reading, if you're not able to purchase a press-on set of nails, or even join my Tarot 101 course, is like the best way to support is to literally just subscribe. Okay, so my videos can get pushed out into the algorithm so that more people can benefit off of my readings, and of course join us here. Okay, so yeah, definitely consider that. And yeah, check out the links in the description box as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started, because in addition to the Navigator's Tarot, I have like 4 other oracle decks that I'm going to be using for some more information. And y'all know I'm definitely a yapper, so let's get started. We're asking Spirit today, pile 2. We're asking, why were they removed from your life? The person that's on your mind, why were they removed from your life? So we have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, we have the 8 of Cups. Oh, and we also have the 9 of Swords. Okay, so this person that was removed from your life, they were kind of dealing with a lot anyway. They were kind of dealing with a lot, but I feel like the main reason was so that you could not be affected by these issues that they were dealing with, so that you couldn't be affected by, they're just very challenging. Okay, this person is dealing with a lot of challenging things, like dealing with just instability. I also heard housing instability, or just think about it in general as far as instability with all of the, you know, major aspects of life, okay, that could really affect your livelihood, okay, your quality of life, and even your well-being. Is like this individual was facing mad adversity, so they could have had some financial issues that could even be from poor financial decisions, because I keep hearing it's like, oh, it's of their own doing. So they were dealing with that. I feel like this individual was feeling very like lonely, abandoned, and on the outside of things. I feel like this person has experienced some type of, you know, major loss, and it just seemed as though like Spirit just is, what I'm getting is like, you could not have been affected by these things. Like, you know how they say birds of a feather flock together? So it's like, if this person was dealing with all of this adversity in their life, it's like that would have only rubbed off on you and would continue to make your life even more crazy as theirs were. But yeah, it seemed like this person was dealing with a lot of like depression and anxiety. And I feel like what I heard is like they were just passing through. I feel like this isn't someone that you were supposed to be connected to long term. I feel like they were just supposed to pass through. I feel like this is someone that came into your life because they needed some type of help. They needed assistance. But I feel like the burdens and the things that this person is carrying is too much for you. It wasn't something that you could solve. It wasn't something that, you know, you could fix. It's not something that you could have carried for this individual. It just wasn't. And I feel like at a certain point in time, you all started to feel very like, you started to feel just the irritation or the annoyance of this person overly depending on you. So this person you asking about, I feel like they're a very codependent person. Like they really need people for things. They need people to help them with their livelihood. They need people to, you know, help them like quell their thoughts. And you know, if they're feeling really anxious and really like worried, I feel like this person could also suffer from like panic attacks. Like I just see someone that's trying to like calm down their fast breathing, you know, like, so they could also have like some health issues, some heart issues. Yeah, some heart issues. So yeah, it's just a lot. It's just a lot, like very heavy challenging energy with this person. And it just seemed like at a certain point in time, it just became very burdensome. it became very burdensome. And I'm not going to be the type of person that's going to be like, oh, well, good vibes only. I understand that people deal with things in life because I'm a person myself. Like, I understand that people deal with things, but I also understand that if something is too much, then you need to go get the appropriate help. Okay. You need to go outsource and get the appropriate help to assist you with dealing with whatever is going on in your life. I just feel like you could not be that. Okay. You could not be that. This person needed more than you. They needed more resources than you to deal with what's going on with them. But yeah, I think that you definitely had to be secluded from this individual because you couldn't be dragged down into the same energetic spaces that they were in. It was too much. It was too much of a strain. I just feel like this was a very codependent individual. Like, they just needed you for a lot of things. Like, and it's sad because I feel like it happens in people's lives where, you know, your life might be going backwards for some time, where you could be experiencing just a lot of disappointments and shame from decisions that you have made, essentially. It's kind of like, it's sad to say, but it's like, it's on you, and it's like, it's your responsibility to pick yourself up. It's your responsibility to go back to the drawing board. You can't really put that responsibility too much on other people. You can't really put that responsibility on other people, especially with all of the heaviness that this individual was dealing with. I just feel like life became a little too burdensome, like, with this person around. So I don't blame you on wanting to not engage in this connection anymore. It seemed like this connection gave you a sense of anxiety to think about as well. Like, it seemed like this is something that was just always on your mind. Like, how could you better be here for this person? How could you, you know, better show up for this person? But I don't know, that it just became too much. Like, you ever just been in a connection with someone and it's like, it's just too much to maintain the connection? That's just the feeling that I'm picking up from here. It's just too much. Like, they always needed something. It's like you always had to go back and help them. You always had to talk to them. You always had to guide them in a sense. And it just kind of seemed like you were over parenting this person. Like, it was a lot of parenting going on in this situation. And why would you be parenting another adult in that way? But we also have the Page of Swords here as well. We have the Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like, and then even here with the Empress. So I think this is just kind of like backing up what I've said as far as like having to continuously nurture this person or having to guide this person, or yeah, in a sense, it's like being their mother, because they could have been making just a lot of immature decisions, or just kind of, you know, doing things without, I want to say like much thought, but just without, it just seems like it's not even much thought, like, oh, this person knew better, so they did better. It just seemed like they didn't have enough education. Like, they didn't have enough education, or they didn't really connect the dots. Like, they just, I want to say they're a bit like incompetent. Like, that's just the word that comes to mind, is like, it's just a not knowing. It's like not knowing, but not knowing that you don't know. Like, so it's kind of like ignorance, and I feel like even incompetence as well. So yeah, that's kind of just what I'm picking up here. It's like you had to mother this person or guide them, and it just became too much. Like, it's like you had to tell this person what to do. And it's like the power dynamic seemed like it changed. Instead of it being like, you know, oh, we see each other eye to eye, like, oh, we're at the same place, we're at the same level. It just seemed like there was some type of like dynamic in your relationship, and it changed from, oh, we're both at the same place, to now this person is falling behind because of course, adversity, or, you know, when you met them, they could have always been behind in a sense. Okay, they could have always been behind, but it's like now you have to help them catch up, or you have to guide them. And it seemed like maybe it just was too much. It's too much for you. It was too much to handle. Like, and then we also have the Three of Swords here as well. So I mean, yeah, this person, they just, they're just dealing with a lot. I feel like if this was someone you were in a romantic connection with, it's like this person wasn't even healed enough to be able to meet you where you were. Okay. It's like this person not being healed enough, like just not being like strong enough emotionally or mentally strong enough to even be in a connection with you. It just seemed as though they were dealing with a lot of mental health, emotional issues, and they just they had to be removed so they could go get themselves right, so that they could go heal, so that they could go feel better about themselves. They were just dealing with too many life circumstances. It's too much. Like it's really messy. Like I'm just picking up like their life was just really messy and off kilter. And no, like I personally wouldn't want to deal with it. It's like if someone's dealing with all of this, it's like the most that you can do is really just wish them well, point them in the direction of the resources, and it's kind of on them to have to, use the resources to help their own personal situation. But yeah, I can see how you would want to be around this person because you would want to breathe life into this person. You are definitely someone who understands that things take time to grow. So you could have believed that, oh, this person was going to come around, or they wouldn't, be in this mental space or be in this emotional space for too long. Like you could have believed that. But it's just a certain fact that like when you can't be around an unhealed person for real, because when you're around an unhealed person, it's like they can act out in ways that will in turn hurt you. Okay, so they can act out in ways that would bring you pain. Like, so I think this is something that you definitely learned through this individual, but it just seemed as though they should be focusing on how to improve their life. That's what they should be focusing on. So that's just what I'm getting here. I feel like you all could have been very dissatisfied with this connection anyway. Like it wasn't really a connection that brought you like emotional fulfillment at some point. It actually brought you some pain, like, so I just feel like, the divine, your higher power just didn't want you to go backwards, or didn't want you to feel responsible to having to carry the weight of what was going on with this person, because it's actually too heavy. It's too heavy. Like it's too heavy. And one person, i.e. you can't be a savior. Okay. You couldn't be a superman or a superwoman for this person. So let's see what else was going on with the Dark Mirror Oracle. You may have took this connection as it was a personal loss as well, but I just personally don't want you to internalize this, because it's out of your scope. Okay, it's out of your realm of duties. You know how like if you've ever worked in retail, it's like you have your specific job description, and like let's say your manager try to ask you to do something, you might do it, but in the back of your head you're thinking this is out of the scope of my job responsibilities or outside of my duties. Like this was not in my job description. So that's just kind of what I'm picking up. And I'm also picking it up that this person you're asking about was a friend. So this is potentially why you felt very compelled to want to like be there and to want to help this person. And this is also why it potentially hurt as well, as to like, this individual being removed from your life. But in all actuality, it's like this is a good thing, because this actually wasn't the connection for, it wasn't the friendship or connection for you. I feel like something that you learned is that you can't carry and pick up the slack and carry the weight for other people, and even for this individual as well. You have to think about like your own personal sense of happiness and how it is going to make you feel. I feel like this person was dealing with too much, so you always had to think of solutions of, oh, let me do this to help this person, or let me do this. Like you had to do a lot of quick thinking, like your mind was racing, and it's like, why are you more invested in trying to figure out this individual's life when they need to be invested figuring it out for themselves, instead of sitting in pain, sitting in shame, sitting in regrets, okay, for losses that they've experienced, or of money that they didn't have. Like, it was kind of on them to figure this out, so yeah. And I also feel like this individual, they might have a little victim mentality thing going on here as well, where they're just kind of like, oh, nobody loves me. Like, I'm just going through all of this by myself. Like, oh, nobody's helping me. I'm just so alone. So I really don't know what you could have done to help this individual. I really don't know. I just feel like this person just had an internal dissatisfaction with their own personal life, so it's not really going to be a beneficial connection for you to have with someone who's dissatisfied with their life, because they're going to intentionally or even unintentionally say things or do things that would make you aware of just this instability, and it could in turn affect you and have you starting to become anxious, having you starting to become worried or dealing with panic attacks. So yeah, it seemed like they was removed from your life because they were like an unhealed person, and it's like they're dealing with mad adversity. So I don't think that's energy that you should have been involved with, especially showing up, like I said, as the Empress, being so willing to, nurture, being so willing to be there. You could have been giving this person grace, but how much grace can you give them? Like, how much grace? Like, how much grace? Like, how much? So we have perchance to dream. This is the type of person where it's like, they just gonna sit in their circumstance. They're gonna sit in their circumstance. They're not going to come up with solutions. They're not going to open up their mind to figure out, creative ways of solving their problems. It's just not what they're gonna do. It's like you kind of have to force this person to give up this victim mentality, or you have to force this person to like give up these limiting beliefs that cause them anxiety and pain. It's like you literally have to force this person to see their life differently. And I'm not sure that was something they were ready to do. I'm not sure like if this was something that they were ready to change, or they could have talked about, being ready to change these things and doing something different, but it's like they just never did. So yeah, I'm just picking up that like this is someone who they're a bit incompetent. Okay, they're incompetent, so I don't even know how they can change their situation if they don't go outsource the help from a professional. It's like this person not giving themselves the ability to dream and to figure out how they can solve their own issues. I really feel like if this individual would have put their happiness first and thought about their happiness in a logical way, or even thinking about things that they could do in a logical way to ensure that they were, becoming satisfied with life or comfortable with their life, then, maybe things could have changed. But I feel like this person was a bit overburdened and just stressed out with just their life circumstance. And in turn, it made you feel that way as well. Like, so let's see what else. Let's see what else we have. Even on the bottom of the deck, we have addicted. Yeah, it's just confirming that victim mentality as well. And just this person actually being addicted to pain. I feel like this individual was in survival mode when you were around. Like, just hanging on by a string. That's just all I'm getting. Is like, it just seemed like this person was also very fragile as well. So I can see why, they had to be removed, because you can't spend all of your time trying to build this individual back up. Like, but yeah, this person was just really addicted to pain. I feel like a lot of things in their life were ending, but instead of them just, of course, leaning into the changes of what was happening, it's like they kind of just sit and wallow in like what is ending and feeling some type of way about it. When there's a loss that happens, all you can do is process the loss and you can move on. But yeah, it's very heavy here, and it's just nothing that you could do. That's all I want to say. Like, it was nothing that that you can do. I think this person was already dealing with a lot of these issues when they first met you. But when they met you, and they made it seem as though you were on the same page as them, or y'all had similar interests, or y'all had similar goals, or y'all were both success minded. I guess that's what I want to say. Like, you're focused on success and you're focused on achievement. Like, when you met them, you could have had a lot of fun with them, just, even within your social interactions and developing a friendship. I feel like over time, I just heard the bait and switch. It's like over time you saw that, like, oh, this person may not be like who they present themselves to be. Like, it's okay that people experience, issues or, down cycles in their life, but I don't think you knew it would be this much, like that you would have to step into some different type of dynamic to help this person in this way. Like, yeah, I just feel like a lot is going on around this person, even with Peaceful Among Thorns, but it's like they're not putting themselves in the position to be very proactive to solve these issues. They're kind of like delaying it so that, someone else can do it. Yeah, this person, like, they try to make themselves seem like they're on the outside of things, It's just, I don't know, it's just like a real lowly type of way of thinking or seeing yourself. I think this person needs to develop a sense of like personal power and strength. Like, because you can't do it for them. Or you couldn't do it for them. All right, so let's see what else is going on. So we have Angel of Strength, and I literally was just talking about that. Like, this individual really needs to lean into, changes that they can make in their life that will empower them a lot more, okay? That will, help them to be a lot much more brave, to be a lot much more courageous, like a little more confident and even resilient. Because like I said, people deal with stuff. This person dealt with a lot. Like, they dealt with a lot, like loss of relationships, loss of money, like just not having enough, coming up short, like feeling like they're, they have too much pressure and responsibilities on them. Like, they dealt with some mental health, some anxiety issues, and even some pain. Like, and this could even be pain from like past relationships and breakups and stuff like that. So it's just like, it's too much, like, but it's life. And it just seems like they're just dealing with, just like I said, a down cycle in life. And that happens, okay? It happens. But I feel as though this person should understand that regardless of what your current life circumstances are, you still have to develop a sense of inner power and strength so that you can power through these things when life happens, so that you can make it through. So we also have blossoming abundance here. We have blossoming abundance. So I think that this person, like, their energy, it couldn't really be around yours. It would have affected like you being able to grow and to develop things. And just here with blossoming abundance, it's like, I don't think that you and this person were energetically like vibrating or even in alignment, because it's like they're over here losing things. Okay, they're losing things, like actively losing things, and it's like you're over here gaining things, just even being in this Empress energy. So it's like everything that you're doing for your life, as far as like conceiving things, growing, focused on your prosperity, just being really creative, like everything that you're working on in your life is like you probably wanted this person to experience the same things, but the word I heard is kind of wonky. It seemed like it just was not gonna work that way. I think it's because it was this own person's personal like decisions, like to not make it work, because they're addicted to telling themselves the same stories over and over. So they're continuing to like perpetuate this same cycle. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy with them, because they keep keeping themselves in an energy that just is very challenging. Okay, it can even be very negative, even very low vibrational. It's like you're over here, you know, growing, things are coming into being, you're increasing your wealth, you know, you could even be increasing your resources, and then it's like they're experiencing the exact opposite. It wasn't going to work. Like, this person's in survival mode, and it's like you're trying to bring yourself out of survival mode, you know? So it's not working. Like, and then also with first chakra Archangel Michael, yeah, this is just confirming back to what I said as far as like, you know, this person not having a sense of like stability or security. Like, think of anything that you would need as an adult to feel stable and to feel secure, to feel like you can increase upon your, like I said, your well-being or even your quality of life. Like, think about anything that you would potentially need, like any type of resources or even just money. Think about those tangible things. It's like this person is, they're at a loss of those things, okay? They're at a loss of those things. And I feel like, you know, you being around this person, it could have, like I said, it could have messed up your own sense of stability as well. So just even for you, it's like you feel like you can push past things. Like, you feel like you're capable of, you know, taking action, and you're capable as far as with moving forward on your own personal life and your own journey. So, you know, you have the security to, you know, keep moving and making strides in life, where it's as though I feel like this individual, they're dealing with too much worry and they're not letting it go. So, hey, so let's see what you can surrender to as far as within this connection. And now that you know like why this person was removed from your life, like what can you actually surrender to so that you can continue to keep moving forward? I'm using the Power of Surrender cards, but I typically call it the surrender deck. That's what I call it. Okay, surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So Spirit just wants you to do the exact opposite. I just feel like even through doing this reading, I'm just like, it's a lot. It's messy. Like, it's a lot. But it's like, I don't even want to take it there. Like, I don't want to, because I'm a very empathetic person. But it's like, I can't 100% open myself up while I'm doing this reading to all of the adversity that this person has dealt with. Like, I personally, I can't. It's too much. Like, it's too much to describe. Like, I can't even fully put everything into words. So it's a lot. But Spirit essentially wants you to like do the exact opposite. It's like these feelings are very I said these feelings. This energy, it just feels very challenging. So it's like Spirit wants you to literally let this go and go focus on doing something fun. Okay, go focus on doing something fun and get your joy back in that way. Okay, get your joy back in that way. Like, pretty much is what's going on. Like, and also just let it go, because I feel like it's a lot of frustration that you've experienced with this person, just even trying to understand. And you probably felt like, I did everything to help you. You know, you talking to this person like, I did everything to help you, and this is what happened. Like, it could have been some betrayal here as well that you've experienced from this person. Like, that's why I'm just saying, like, because they're not healed, so they started moving in a way that affected you. So just let the frustration go and go play. Okay, like, that's basically what you had to do, like, or what Spirit is asking you to do. Like, just let the frustration go, because I see how frustrating this situation could be. Like, and you're still trying to get yourself going, you know? So it's just like, you can't slow yourself down to help someone. Like, you need to just focus on walking through that door. That's what you need to focus on, and, you know, send out prayers and hope that this person will be able to figure it out for themselves. So I'm using the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. And I don't use this deck too much, but I'm going to start using it more. But pretty much, how is it supposed to benefit you? Like, what did you learn through this? You know? So you have the path of the gods. It says decisions, meetings, and future plans. Decisions, meetings, and future plans. Essentially, it's like this person was removed from your life as well so that you could focus on this whole idea of this blossom in abundance, okay? So that you can focus on these new ventures, new projects, just new things that you want to create that are going to, of course, create or involve yourself in that are going to increase your life, okay? So that's pretty much why this person had to be removed. Like, they were kind of slowing you down because of their own lack of belief, or just kind of sitting in their, the word I heard was misery. Like, and like I said, things happen in life, but it's like you don't have to mentally or emotionally keep yourself in that place. It's time for you to go be inspired. It's time for you to go create. That's really what it's time for you to do. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. I definitely hope that you all enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated and made sense for you. Definitely make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. All right, my pile 3 people, if you chose the Arcanum Tarot with the citrine crystal, then I'm going to go ahead and get started with your reading for today. But of course, I would like to say welcome again to all of the new viewers. And if you are a lovely returning subscriber, you already know I'm going to extend my love, support, and gratitude for just everything that you all do. I just look forward to being able to grow this channel, being able to add some different types of readings, and also just create more content for the community tab. So if there's ever a reading that you would like for me to do that I have not done, then always feel free to request it by commenting in the comment section. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much. I just appreciate you for tuning in, because you could be anywhere, but you choose to spend your time with me. So I definitely appreciate it. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and click that button and join the fam today, okay? Go ahead and click that button, because I promise that you will love it here. I definitely noticed that there are a ton of people that have been tuning into my readings but have not been subscribing. And, you know, just being very transparent is like, subscribing is literally the best way that you can support my channel. Even if you're not able to donate to this channel, or book a personal reading, or purchase a set of press-on nails, or join my channel memberships, it's like subscribing is literally the best way, because it helps to push my videos out into the algorithm. So if you've been here for a while and you haven't subscribed, like, just go ahead and do it, because it's free on your part, but it just does so many positive things for myself and for this channel. And yeah, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box as well. Okay, click around and get nosy. But let's go ahead and get started. Today, the question that we are asking Spirit, pile 3, is, why were they removed from your life? Okay, so the person on your mind, why were they removed from your life? So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we have the 2 of Cups. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the Sun in reverse. Oh, we have the Ace of Cups here. And we also have the 5 of Wands. I'm just going to stop right here before I keep going. So pretty much the person that you are thinking about, it's kind of sad, because it seems like there was a good connection between the both of you. It seems like at a certain point in time, there was some chemistry here. There was an actual, like, relationship, or you were at least building up a relationship with this person. But at the bare minimum, you know that you looked at this person like they were a friend, and you know that you and this person had some similarities, especially in your likes and, you know, your dislikes. Like, there was some type of compatibility here slightly, okay? So it's crazy because it was like too much drama here. It seemed like it was too much fighting. It seemed like when it came down to your connection, it was like you and this other individual were on two separate pages. And there wasn't really too much happiness here, just being quite frank. So it seemed as though you and this person connected in the beginning, everything was cool, but down the line, there was, some issues here. There was a lot of drama. There could have been some arguments and some fighting, just, disagreements that have gotten in the way of you being able to connect with this person. I also feel like there were some issues here as far as when it comes to reciprocation. So typically the Two of Cups will be like an initial connection with someone. So it seemed like as time went by, as it was time to like update or evolve or grow with the connection, it seems like it wasn't able to get past that point. There could have been some vulnerability issues here between you and this person, where it's like this individual has some issues with like expressing themselves emotionally. And I feel like whenever this person expressed something, it was always like expressing some type of dislike. I just feel like this person was ungrateful, or they didn't practice gratitude, because that's just what I hear is someone saying like, oh, you need to be more grateful, or you need to, accept me, or you need to, just be satisfied. It just seemed as though this individual was never satisfied. But I also feel like this person was trying to get their own way. I think that this person doesn't really find empowerment through connections. It may seem like that on when you're getting to know them, like on the outside looking in, it may seem like that, but it just kind of seems like the person that you were dealing with was someone who kind of just wanted their own way, or tried to be in control. It's kind of like a my way or the highway type of thing. And yeah, I just don't think that was really gonna work, because if you're being expressive and you're showing your hand and you're not afraid to show emotional love and caring and compassionate feelings, it's like you're not afraid to show that. And then it's like having to be in a connection with someone who kind of just wants their way and it's kind of like overpowering you. Yeah, I could see how that would be very frustrating and annoying. So it just seemed like the connection was fun to begin with, but over time it just became very like burdensome. Like it wasn't really fun. It seemed like you could joke with this person, y'all could laugh together, and but then something will just happen, it'll flip. It's like the light switch just kind of flipping, and then it's like now you arguing and going back and forth with each other. So yeah, it was too much drama here. It's too much drama, and y'all really weren't on the same page. And I also feel like this person was dealing with some issues as far as when it comes down to like repressing their emotions and not being honest. I just feel like it was a lot of negativity in the connection between the both of you. So it's kind of hard for you to maintain your sense of self in a connection, in a relationship, when it's like that other person really isn't giving any at all. So I just heard give a little. So it's like trying to force this person to give a little, and it's like they're not able to do that. So it's just kind of like a feeling of like just this person not exhibiting any grace or exhibiting any mercy, especially for like just your point of view, or just for even when it came down to like your wants and your needs and desires. I'm just picking up that this connection between you and them, like the relationship that you had, was just very impossible because there's no acceptance. And it's like it's always got to be an issue with this individual. Like things just can't be smooth. Things just can't go smoothly. Like it's always a problem. I want to get more so into like why this person feels like they have to be in control, or it has to be their way. It just doesn't give enough room for you to be who you are. Because in a connection, when it's two people, it's like you have to accept that the other individual is an individual. Like you have to accept that the other person is their own person, and it's kind of like accepting that person and developing a sense of understanding. It just seems like this individual that you are with is like they kind of wrap you up, or just in the connection with them, and then it's just like they just want to control everything. Like they don't want you to have a say. And I mean, that's not a really good type of situation to be a part of. it's not. Like, it was only gonna lead to sadness. So yeah, that's crazy. It just seems like this person has some type of like unrealistic expectations for this connection. I feel like their expectation was for you to just kind of go along with anything that they were going to say, you know, just so that you could, just so that they could still get their way. Like, it just seems like that they wanted you to go along with any and everything. And like I said, in a connection, y'all are two separate people. You're gonna have different wants, needs, and desires. So where is the grace? Where's the reciprocation? Like, where is the actual love? So yeah, it seemed like this person, as far as when it comes down to communication, is like, I pick up, it was more so like communication as opposed to like, okay, you and this person actually physically fighting. I feel like it was more so communication, and it just seemed as though this person could have been very like detached from their emotions. They could have just like, this is a smart person, but I think that they use their words as weapons as opposed to like speaking life into the connection. It just seemed like they were just very like dim. The word I picked up was like dismal as well, like just very negative. And I feel like they didn't really have to be. This person's words are very powerful, and it's like just the words that they spoke into the situation, it wasn't really giving you a sense of emotional security or giving you a sense of emotional stability or feeling like, okay, this is a safe space to be. I feel like you experience some cognitive dissonance with this person as well, where it's like, okay, the love is here, but now I got to deal with all of this drama and just all of this strife on the back end. Like, yeah, it's too much. I feel like this person has issues with showing love. They have issues with showing love. Like, they really do. They have issues with doing that. And I also see the Ace of Wands, and even with the Ace of Cups, I feel like this individual essentially had to leave your life so that you could focus on new things as well. Like, they had to leave your life so that you could have an opportunity to detach yourself from this connection because it's too much drama here. They had to leave your life so that you could go in an absolute different direction. And I just feel as though, as far as with the cognitive dissonance and the Two of Swords, you dealt with a lot of confusion regarding this decision. I feel like when it comes to any other relationship that you're in, it's easy for you to just be like, okay, I'll leave, I'll go about my business. But it seems like this was a major connection. As far as in your life, is a very major connection. For some of you, it could just be like a parent figure. For others, it could have been someone that you were in a relationship with, like you actually love that person. But for some reason, it seems like your connection, your relationship just could not grow. It was opportunities for growth to happen. There was opportunities here for you to become even more close and intimate with this person, and for you all to just, you know, evolve and be able to talk about like more, I wanted to say like, just being able to talk about like things that would continue to like help you both evolve, develop, and grow. Okay, so like talking about higher level concepts or just increasing the intimacy between the both of you. Like, there was opportunities here for that to happen, but it seems as though this individual cared too much about getting their own way. They cared too much about, you know, what their agenda was or what they wanted for you or what they wanted for the connection, and it didn't really leave room for your say or for your input. That's just pretty much what's going on. So I just feel like there was some confusion here as far as like, what do I do? Like, do I stay with this individual? Like, how do I, or do I leave? Like, how can I make this situation better? But I don't know, just even here with the World card, it just seems as though this was a relationship that had to wrap up so that you can move on and focus on, you know, other areas of your life, or just focus on you reaching your potential and experiencing, you know, the whole idea of like self-actualization, like coming into your own sense of self and being. It's like you had to experience that. So it's kind of like this person had to be removed from your life so that you could have autonomy and free will, and also the power of choice, being able to choose what is best for you. It seems like this person took away your ability to decide because they had you second guessing yourself. Okay, any idea that you had, any thought that you had, anything that you wanted to do, is like this person was there questioning why. Like, why, you know? And it's kind of like when you're questioning why and just trying to increase someone's mistrust in themselves and their own decisions, it's like that person is doing that to so that you have to be dependent on them. They're doing that to create some type of codependency where it's like you're always looking to them to see if you're doing the right thing, or you're always looking to them for approval. And it's like this person had to be removed from your life so that you could be a free thinker, so that you could think for yourself, so that you can make your own decisions. Like, this person is too negative. Like, they're really too negative, and they're a bit egotistical here as well. Like, I just feel like they were a bit overconfident in their ability to control your life, in their ability to only get their own way. Like, they're very overconfident in doing that. And quite frankly, it's just it's being like egotistical and arrogant. And that really got in the way of you and this person being able to take your connection to the next level, or to become even more intimate, or to develop even more of a loving connection. It took away from that. It took away from that. Like, I just feel like at a certain point in time, you weren't really enthusiastic about this individual, but you became more so enthusiastic about the next phase of your life without this person. So, yeah, that's interesting. But so I just pick up like it could be like your parent or something, because it's just like it seems as though there was some type of dynamic where it's like you're looking to this person for approval. If this wasn't a parent, then it's like, wow, that's crazy, because it seems like this person was trying to put you in some type of form of bondage. Even here with the devil card, it's like this person being the individual that you look up to, like they were trying to make themselves like your own personal god, where they had to control certain pieces. Like, so this individual is like very manipulative. And like I said, even here with the devil, confirming the earlier message, is like they wanted you to develop some type of dependency, to where it's like you have to go to them, you have to seek approval through them. And that's not really giving you the ability to develop yourself as an adult. It's not really giving yourself the ability to do that. So yeah, I just feel like this person had to be removed from your life, because there really wasn't too many positive implications for them being around, especially with how they tried to make themselves in your life. Because they could have just respected you and just saw you as an equal. But that's not what this person essentially sought to do. Yeah, I'm just picking up that, this individual, even here with the moon, is like they just really wanted to cause confusion in your life. And I mean, I personally don't like that. I think that's another reason why they had to be removed. Is just like this whole idea of like causing confusion so that you don't know what is inherently right for you, so that you just have to depend on them. And when I see the devil card, it just makes me think about control, like control. And then also the issue that this person was facing, or you faced with them, which was a lack of vulnerability. I also heard the word accountability as well. But I'm picking up more so like, yeah, it's like just an issue here with vulnerability and like keeping it real. This person is just a very controlling and manipulative type of individual. And even here with the moon, it's just an aspect of like deception and just manipulation, because there's things going on beneath the surface that you're not aware of. This person definitely had an agenda. They had an agenda, but the agenda was really for you to have to look to them as, like I said, your own personal God. Like you have to seek approval through them for things, or you have to ask them for permission for things. And it's like, that's just controlling. Then even here with the Seven of Swords, like, yeah, so this person was doing it. They had an agenda in mind, okay? Because with the Seven of Swords, it's a very cunning type of energy. It's also very strategic, and it can also be manipulative as well. This is a challenging card, but it can really go both ways depending on, you know, just the context. But as far as within this person, is like I said, I was like, I don't know if they really did the bait and switch on you, but yeah, it definitely seems like this is a type of person that has to make sure that everything is in its exact place. So this could also be a very narcissistic person, because it's like this person is trying to exhibit a certain level of control over you, and it's to feed some type of agenda that they have. It's to feed some type of agenda. Like, they just want to make sure that everything has its place. And I also feel like this is someone who could definitely be a triangulator. Like, they pit people against each other. So yeah, I'm picking up that as well. But yeah, even here with the Four of Cups here, here's the aspect of just someone being ungrateful. Like, just being ungrateful, not really knowing what you have. I just think this person is bored. Like, they just bored with life. Or I just feel like in their relationships, it's like the most excitement that they get from like pushing people to the limit, or trying to get people to do what they want them to do. Like, but I'm just picking up that this person is just bored with life, because it seems as though they just have to control other people instead of just doing something else. So yeah, you had to leave this connection anyway. Like, this person wasn't grateful to have you in their life. If anything, they just wanted to control you, and they just wanted you to do whatever it was that they said. Because what I heard is do what I say. So they just wanted you to do whatever, and you just supposed to do it. And I don't know, like, it's actually annoying, because if this person wasn't so controlling, you actually could elevate your connection, or y'all had the opportunity to be able to do so. But no, this person want to be controlling, and they want to tell you what to do and take away your sense of free will and autonomy, and I just don't think that's right. So let's use the Dark Mirror Oracle, and let's see like why else this person was removed from your life, or what else was going on. So you all have gilded regret. You have gilded regret. I just feel like this person, they made mistakes in their life. And I just pick up that it's like they're trying to, in a sense, it's weird, but it's like they're trying to vicariously live their life through you, because they didn't really, I want to say, like, make the best decisions, or they, in a sense, feel like you are an extension of them. So it's like you must do what they want you to do. Like, I'm just picking up that this person wants a do-over, and they feel like they can experience that through your life, okay? Or even like through having a sense of control over you, because it's still your own life. So I'm just picking up that this person had like a lot of unrequited like goals, dreams, aspirations, and desires. They had a lot of unrequited things. And so in order for them to regain a sense of control, it's like they have to do that through their relationships, because I feel like the rest of their life is so out of control. I also feel like this person's a liar. They're manipulative, they're deceptive, they're a trickster. So, you know, I feel like this could be in their typical behavior, which is to get over on other people. But yeah, I just feel like they made a lot of failures. What I heard was F-ups. So they F'd up a lot. And it's like now they're trying to live their life vicariously through you. It's just kind of weird, because like, live your own life, like live your own life. Then we have the obsession card here. So yeah, this person is definitely obsessed with controlling you. Like, they're obsessed with telling you what to do. And this person could also, like I said here, have a degree of narcissism. As you can see, like the figure in this on this card is like staring at this mirror. And so I can definitely understand why they might have these agendas that serve nobody, but it just seeks to control. Like, I just feel like their life is so like out of control that they're trying to like act like they are in control or they can maintain a sense of control, but they really can't, because if that was the case, they wouldn't be playing these games when it came to you. If that was the case, they wouldn't be in this my way or the highway trying to like force people into submission when they could just be free and just live their life and focus on them. But nah, this person is definitely obsessed. They're definitely obsessed, especially with what they could have done, who they could have been. And I just think that they're trying to feed off of your life energy to help, with their own sense of self-importance. But that's pretty much it at that point. Like, that's just pretty much it. Like, I split the deck and I saw a parasite. So yeah, pretty much just trying to feed off of your life force. I feel like there's a lot of life in you, and I just feel like there's new relationships that you could, of course, be experiencing. There's, new ideas, there's new thoughts you could think, like, there's a new vision for your life that you can focus on. And quite frankly, it's just not going to include this person because you're moving on. I feel like this is a situation that you have learned your lessons from. And yeah, like now it just seems like it's a bit unclear because I don't think you knew the type of individual that you was dealing with. But I think this person that you were dealing with was like just very highly narcissistic, like very deceptive, very manipulative. And they just wanted to use you like you were a puzzle piece, like kind of putting you into position, like to get their way. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, so we have here a woman holding a coin, and we also have Journey. I'm not sure how many cards I got from I'm not sure how many cards I got from the Energy Oracle, but pretty much I feel as though like it's your time now. It's your time now. Like, this individual, it seems as though, as far as with like the power dynamics, it seems as though they could have had some type of resource that you did not have, or they could have even just had more money than you. And it's just like, this person, I feel like they equate like what they have to status and power, so I think that could have been a potential issue here, where it's like, this is someone who's like, well, I have the money, so I have the control, I have the power, like, you're gonna do what I tell you to do. Like, but that's very deceitful, that's very deceitful. So I just feel like with this person not being in your life, it gives you the opportunity to focus on what you can actually build for yourself. It gives you the opportunity for you to increase your own sense of responsibility for yourself, and then also your own sense of confidence as well. So yeah, this person had to leave your life because you needed to build and develop your own sense of confidence in making your own decisions and living your own life. And yeah, it seems as though it was for you to go down a different path in your life. Like, you just needed to grow. And I feel like this person was going to stall your growth by this whole controlling thing that they try to have going on. Like, I heard narrative, like this whole controlling narrative, or how they think that things should go. And the fact of the matter is like, things could be so spontaneous and unpredictable for yourself. How do you control the direction of someone else's life? Like, how do you do that? Like, but they tried, like, they really did. So I just think it was time for you to go down a different path in your life and to just develop yourself. Like, give yourself the opportunity to trust yourself. Okay, give yourself the opportunity to create, to build what it is that you wanted to build. But for the most part, it's like, yeah, this person definitely would have affected your coming into age. Okay, they would have affected your maturation process. You would not have had enough strength to depend on yourself, okay, and be okay with trusting your own sense of intuition. So that's just what I'm picking up. Even with the financial constraints within the reverse, that's why I'm saying I feel like this person was a little better off financially. Like, they had something, they had some type of resource. I feel like this person could have had a car, or even a better car, or I'm just picking up like a house, so that's a resource that they had. It seemed like it was appealing, but it's just like, just because you have a house or you have a car, that does not mean you have to position yourself as being better than the other person and trying to like think that means that you just know everything. Like, I don't know. It's just like this person, they find a lot of like, they try to develop a sense of power and control through what they have or through appearances, but they're really just false illusions. So let's see. Okay, let's move on to, but even the financial constraints in reverse, that's good too. This is good for you because even here with the woman holding a coin, this card doubles for, like, for me, it doubles as the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Like, at least it'll give you an opportunity for you to address your own state of finances, okay? It'll give you the opportunity to do that. And even when I split the deck, I see victory. So, you know, you've been dealing with some money issues. Some of y'all feel like you probably need this person because they have resources, like they could be a lifeline. But it's like, why even go back to that person? It's like, if you go back to that person and ask them for help, you damn sure better believe that they're gonna require you to follow every single thing that they say. Like, you're literally gonna give your autonomy away just for some help. So it's just like, it's just not worth it. You know, it's just not worth it. Like, it seemed like, you know, you have some amazing things that you can continue to develop. And what I heard is from just being. So I feel like you all will be okay. Like, from just being and just going upon your own journey in life, I feel like you're going to be a-okay. Like, okay, so I actually started shuffling before I let y'all know, but this is the Power of Surrender deck, and I'm just getting one card that you can surrender to so that you can let go of this situation and just keep pushing forward. Like, just keep pushing forward. And on the bottom of the deck, I see surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Yeah, this person had to leave your life because if they stayed in your life, then you would have just been small, okay? You would have been small. It seemed like this individual is trying to stop you from reaching your full potential. And I don't really truly like that because what is the benefit? Like, what is the actual benefit? Like, oh, you just having control over someone and telling them what to do? Like, what is the actual benefit? Like, there is no benefit. So it's important for you to step into your full power. And this person has had to respect you as you being someone with a voice, you being someone that is capable of just choosing what's right for you, choosing what's best for you, and them just being able to support you. But they just couldn't support you. This person too negative. Like, they too negative. They're too negative. And I also feel like this person has an issue with, yeah, intimacy as well, and vulnerability and just closeness. Like, they have a problem with that. It's like they just don't want to open themselves up so that they could, you know, learn from you. Like, I just don't understand why it couldn't just be a mutual and respectful thing, like, in connection. They just don't want to learn from you. And it just seems like, yeah, they just don't want to open their heart. They don't want to release any, you know, patterns or problems, you know, even their own problematic behavior. They just don't want to release it. So I don't know. Good luck to this person, because it's like, if this is how you're going to act and treat someone, then just imagine all of the other intimate relationships that are in this person's life and just how those people feel. Like, so I'm using Oracle of the Hidden Worlds, and pretty much I'm just going to get some information about what's like the ultimate purpose was for this person leaving. Like, now that this person is gone, you're able to now surrender to your full power. It's like, this is the why. Like, what's next for you? Like, within this person leaving, like, what was the ultimate goal for you? Like, so you all have the leap. Ecstasy, bliss, and belief. Yeah, I love this for y'all. Like, this is like, the leap right here, it definitely reminds me of like the full energy. I just feel like you were entering just a new cycle in your life, and the cycle that you were entering is like, you couldn't go there with this person's intervention, like with this person's control over your life. It's like you would not be able to do that. You wouldn't be able to trust in your own path, or trust in your own journey, even though it's uncertain and even though it's unknown. You wouldn't have been able to do that. Like, I just feel like they had to leave your life so you could get back to the feeling of optimism and just feeling enthusiastic and just feeling so happy about your own personal life and just what was next for you. So I just feel like this person was like a mood killer, like a buzzkill. Like, they had to get out the way, because it would have been so hard for you to choose what you want. And it's like, if you were making progress and headway in whatever you were choosing, whether you chose a dream, a goal, a certain type of aspiration, like, it's like this person would have been hating because they have no control and no say over it. So if they have no control and no say, they're not, what is there for them? Okay, what is there for them? Because it's like the dynamic wouldn't have allowed what was going on to continue going on, because now you have your own voice and your own sense of self. So yeah, I'm glad this person kind of got out the way, because I feel like your life is so much more happier and easier when you do what it is that you want to do. Like, and it's not like what you want to do is a bad thing. I just feel like you had to be allowed to just open up and just absorb all of your power. Okay, you had to build up your own confidence, your own strength. Like, you had to build it up. I just feel like this is all about you developing your own sense of faith and knowing that it's like you're going to be cared for, knowing that the universe has your back, knowing that you can do all things. Like, you just have to be able to trust yourself, and this person being around in your life, it just was not going to give you the ability to do that. Like, I just feel like this person would have been hating on you, like, as you would have been elevating, doing things, stepping into your own sense of confidence, and just developing responsibility for your own life and even for others, for your other loved ones. It's like this person would have just been in the way. So yeah, like, I'm glad they're going. I'm glad they're going. And I'm sorry saying that if this was like a major connection to you, but it's just like you have to have the opportunity to grow and to develop. And I think that if anything, you should have people in your life that want to support this as opposed to want to take from it, or try to hinder you. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it right there, y'all. I definitely hope that this reading was helpful. Definitely make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next one. Be blessed, fam.